While we're watching Yellow Freight to see when they're going to go bankrupt, if they go bankrupt, if they don't get bailed out by the Teamsters, let's go through a couple other companies that they've ruined. I'm going to start with number one right now, and we'll tell you all about it. In 1981, just 1 year after deregulation, the company was founded in Delano, I don't know, I think it's Delano, New Jersey. The company was formed by Harry Muhlschlegel, a great innovative man in the trucking industry for years, and along with his wife Karen. They decided to name the company after their three children, Jennifer, Jeff, and Victoria. And so in 1981, Jevic was born. They had a different business model. They were willing to haul heavier than usual LTL shipments, as well as truckload. They were actually considered a hybrid company. They also had something called the Heat Fleet, which was a fleet of heated trailers to keep products from freezing over the winter. They were in New Jersey and did business all over. In 1994, they were the first carrier to use GPS technology and allow their customers access to it. And because of this, they were actually able to add 5,000 customers because of it. They were the first ever carrier, well, the first carrier, coast-to-coast carrier to do that. In 1994, they had $125 million in profits. They also had 1,100 employees. And by that point, they had their main office in Delano, New Jersey, as well as offices in Atlanta, Boston, Chicago, and Charlotte. So in 1997, the company went public. And at that point, they had 1,750 employees. That's 650 more employees than they had in 1991. In 1998, they claimed $226 million in profits. Compared to 4 years earlier, that's actually $101 million more in profit. Or revenue, I'm sorry, revenue, not profit necessarily. Now, here's where it changed for the company. In 1999, the company was acquired by the Yellow Corporation for $200 million. At that time, they had 2,000 employees. They almost doubled their employees in 6 years. And so Yellow Freight was going to keep, or Yellow Corporation was going to keep Jevic as a separate company, a non-union, and hybrid. They weren't going to change anything. But Yellow can't keep their hands off of things because they know everything about trucking. They've been so great over the years. So, in 2001, 2 years afterwards, Yellow formed the SCS Transportation. And that was a combo of two non-union companies that Yellow owned. It was Saya and Jevic. I actually didn't know that they ever owned Saya. I don't think they do anymore. I haven't heard it mentioned in anything I'm finding out here. So in 2006, 7 years after they acquired Jevic for $200 million. By the way, this was a $226 million company at that point. The company was sold to a private equity firm called Sun Capital Partners. 2006. It was sold for $40 million. $40 million. That is how bad they ruined the company. It was worth 20% of what they paid for it just 7 years earlier. Just ridiculous. To go on a little bit, Sun Capital Partners lasted for about 2 years. In 2008, they shut their doors abruptly, not letting their drivers know anything about it. 1,800 employees that they had at the time sued the company, the Sun Capital Partners, and it kept going through, went to the Supreme Court in 2017. The Supreme Court ruled with them employees that they were owed back wages for the company shutting down so fast. So, I don't know what to say. This story actually goes on to another company, which I'm going to do another story about. But, I mean, Yellow, you have been ruining companies for years. You've been ruining people's lives with your bad management, your stupid business models. Yeah, it's just irritating. I actually had to look into the Jevic story. I knew a little bit about the Jevic story, but I wanted to look into it a little bit just to see, you know, exactly what happened there. And it was actually worse than I thought it was. So what happened to Karen and Harry Muhlschlegel? Well, I don't have the whole story yet, but I do know that he started another company, much like Jevic. They're profited great, and that company ended and has another Yellow connection. So they may have actually been involved in ruining his second company that he built incredibly. And but I'm going to do a story on Harry Muhlschlegel because he's one of the most amazing people I've ever heard of. As somebody who loves the trucking industry, he did so much amazing stuff, and yeah, I really can't wait to do a story about him. But hey, if you like this video, like and subscribe. I'm going to do some more videos like it, and hey, I appreciate watching. I'll catch you on the next one.